Good morning. I've almost forgotten how to do this. I'm Alternator. Welcome to my channel and thank you for being here. Uh, good morning, Christine. I had not heard that about Ty. Um, I'll have to take a listen to that. But thank you for the update. Good morning, Gabby. Good morning, Dill. I had to I got a morning from Dill and I had a text message from Dill. Good, good morning, heroes and villains. I have not, but I think I know a place where I could get some to fry up at my daughter's because she lives in Texas and they seem to be everywhere. Hello, Carmen. I don't know why your body says you no sleep. Yeah, thank you, but I don't know about that. It's the first time I've done it in a week or even put makeup on. Is it Flash fan? Is that who you are? I said morning, not merkin. Gross. That's my guess, heroes and villains. Aha! Right. Well, hello, Flash fan. How are you? I kind of like the name change. Um, so this is going to be not a super long stream. Just I need to I need to apologize for leaving you hanging on the Brandon Cervera trial. I have never done that. We have gone away from a trial and then came back to it, but I was completely unable to stream last week. And so that is why that trial just kind of came to a halt. So my apologies for that. I thought about going back and trying to get it finished, but I can give you um here's the summary. It is arguments between experts. Period. He starved, he didn't starve. That's it. They were experts arguing and that's all it was. So it just depends on which expert you came down and you believed. Hey, Nidawow. Good to see you. I'm kind of glad you changed your name back to that because that's just what we know you as. Hey, Kelly. I didn't see. Did I miss you popping in here? I see you here. Hello, Adair. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. So, the other thing that I have before we get into the Brandon Cervera stuff here is um, so I will be having surgery a week from today. I am so excited. I can't even tell you. Like, it can't get here fast enough. So I don't know. Um, I have my pre-op appointment Wednesday, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do a quick stream before that on Wednesday morning. I'll just have to see and kind of see how I'm feeling that day. And then Friday, I'm just going to have to kind of go about how I'm feeling. Um, Obviously, Monday will not be a streaming day. It will be put that IV in my arm and knock me out fast. Thank you, Christine. I appreciate it. This surgery I describe it as a reverse surgery. So I'm going to go in feeling like absolute junk and crap and all the bad words, but I'm going to come out and feel better. I'm going to feel better instantly. And going to be able to get back to life and not be in constant pain. So I am looking so forward to it. I hate that it takes me away from you guys. I hate that the pain has taken me away from, finishing a trial, because we're going to finish it. We're just not going to watch it because, again, it's yeah, just trust me. Just trust me. I read what you put up in chat, Christine. Thank you for the info. Um, it is going to be good. It's going to be so great, Dill. I'm so ready. I know you are ready. Um, I need to get better. Yes, today is Monday. It's next Monday. So I have to be there at 11 a.m. Surgery is at 1 p.m. Should take an hour. I'm going to come home and I'm going to sleep. So thank you, Flash Fan. I appreciate that. But it's I hate to tell people I'm having back surgery, because a lot of times people are like, "Oh no, don't have back surgery." Uh, what I did was, about 5 years ago. This one I don't know how I did. Um, I'm not doing that, Gabby. I will not go home and take up breakdancing. Was having horrible back pain. Couldn't figure out what was going on. I finally got an MRI. Got to referred to a neurosurgeon. They thought I had like a herniated disc, a bulge disc, whatever. So um, he goes in there, and I had shattered that disc somehow. So I still have 60% of it. So it's not like it's gone. And so he fixed that. It's doing wonderful. I didn't know that at that 5-year mark, once you've had surgery, that you are more prone to apparently do that again, injure again. And so I went, when Carmen was moving last year, she wanted a friend of hers and me to go horseback riding with her at the state park by my house. So we did. And that is apparently when I injured the disc right below it. That one is bulged out. So if it's shattered, I mean, good grief, I've got the worst disc in the world. Uh, but I don't believe that. He just said, the neurosurgeon, when I saw him last week, said, "You don't have a bad back, you just had bad luck." And I said, "Well, the funny thing is, the two people, myself and Carmen's coworker, who went horseback riding with her at her request, her coworker had knee surgery after that, and I'm having back surgery." And Carmen was fine. So, yes, it really is. It really is. But it was a good day. We had fun. I I'm just ready to not feel like I have felt for the last year. So, anyway, enough of that. Everything will be fine. But going forward, like I said, I don't know if I'll be able to stream on Wednesday. Not sure about Friday. Um, then obviously Monday's out. And I don't know after that. So Carmen has my permission. She can stream. She has there's a thing going on up here in Indiana that's just very, very weird. Um, that she wants to talk about. It's still developing, and it's really just it's a weird thing of, it's like a buried in another, remember Lori Shaver, buried in the backyard? Well, this isn't a husband. It's possibly children. And so she wants to possibly get on here and discuss that, if she can have time to get all of that together. So she may show up at any time. Um, her and Gabby, if they want to do something together, they also have my permission to do so. So there may be streams just here and there that I don't know what time. They don't I'm not going to hold them to any times. If they want to do them, they are more than welcome to do so. So you have been warned. That's that's all I can say. Yeah. Indiana is weird. Enough said. I think though Ohio will give us a run for our money. um, yeah, it is sad, Adair. Getting old sucks. So, but I can tell you this, having a grandbaby, it changes your complete outlook on life. And you want to be around for them as long as you possibly can and in the best shape that you possibly can be here for them. So I will, it's just makes you reevaluate a lot of stuff. And so I've been also doing that in the process. And so I'll just be making a lot of changes. Streaming will not be one of them. We'll figure that out. Yes, Carmen. Well, good thing is, remember Rich told us he was selling all those horses after that next month. So they're all gone. There is no more horseback riding at the park because tornadoes. All right. So, Brandon Cervera. We ended his trial. We were still on the state's case. The defense put on a forensic pathologist and a pediatrician that he works in the emergency room. Both of them were good witnesses. Both of them did a good job at poking holes in everything that the state had put forth, because the state is claiming, sorry, my nose is running. I better catch it. Um, that Benji was starved to death. I will say this, after watching everything and listening to everything, I think the state dropped the ball. I think a lot of people dropped the ball because the defense, whether we liked her or not, um, she did her job. She was able to bring every expert up there, and I know it was repetitive. We looked at that growth chart 1,000 times, and they continued to look at the growth chart, and they continued to map out. But what the little things that were being missed in all of those was how many times Benji had been to the doctor in the time leading up to when he passed. It was a lot. And they weren't saying, they weren't saying, "Oh no, he's starving to death." He was going to the doctor for his ears. He was going to, I think that was the main thing, but he had been to the emergency room several times before he passed away. There wasn't anybody saying anything like he's starving to death. And I thought back, and I know maybe a lot of you didn't watch it, and it's a horrible trial, so I'm not recommending that you do. I thought back to Shonda Vander Ark's trial. Her and her oldest son were convicted of starving her 15-year-old son, Timothy, to death. We did not see the video, but the video was played in court. I think the detective may have described what was happening. The jury was watching the video. Timothy, he could not move. Like, he could not support himself. He could not stand up. He could not speak. He was barely breathing in the last few hours of his life. Like, he weighed 69 pounds at 15 years old. Um, she was literally dragging him out of the bathtub. They put him in the bathtub to try to get him going, and she was dragging him out of the bathtub back to his room. And he just he was, he had nothing. He could not he had no muscle mass, he had nothing on him. You compare that to, and everybody's different, and I know. You compare that to the video of Benji in the car a few hours before he passed away. He looks he is crying, he is standing, he is, he's talking. There's a huge contrast between the 2, and I know every case is different, but once that I got thinking about those 2 scenarios there, I was it kind of made me think, did he starve to death? Because he had there was no organ damage, so I'm going to assume there was no signs of organ failure if there was no organ damage, not a doctor. Um, there like, the medical examiner that we saw on the stand forever, she came back and was on again another day because she hadn't finished her testimony. Um, the one that looked like she the one that looked like she was always passing gas, to say it in a nice way. I said it in a different way over the phone to Carmen and Gabby, but I'll be nice. She did not do her job. Once they started poking holes in what the other experts came in and looked at, um, she didn't take pictures of everything. She didn't document everything. She she just, which was sad because I've seen her in other trials and she seemed like she had done a really good job. Hey, to have what's up? How are you? And Nido out. It is like, yes, I know you're that feeling of where you've been in the ER, you've got your child, and it's just like nothing's going right. When Carmen was bit by a copperhead, we were in the ER and we had to go back the next day because she ended up being in so much pain. And nothing against physician's assistants, but that was the last time I would see a physician's assistant in the ER because there was 2 physician's assistants standing over Carmen, looking at her bite, arguing about whether or not it had changed since they saw her yesterday, and it clearly had. I had pictures, it had clearly changed, and they're sitting there in front of her arguing over if it had changed, if it had not changed, what they needed to do, what they one's like, "Do this," the other one's, "No, no, no." Finally, the doctor came in and was like, "Yeah, it's clearly changed. Just shut up, get out of the room." And it was ridiculous. There should have never even been a thing like that. But so I understand, but they are human, so I will give them a little leeway there. Um, it is not one of it. Flashman, I would not say is a Karen Reed case where there was no evidence. Um, there was weird evidence. So the state maintains that Benji, there was locks on the cabinets, there was locks on the refrigerator, that they were confining him to his bedroom. And then the state comes back and they show videos of Benji getting out of his bedroom, Benji unlocking the refrigerator, getting food out of the cabinets. Um, he was eating. He was getting juice. He was getting yogurts. He was eating his food. So there is a text message from the dad to the stepmother that is not great. It's like feed him bread until he throws up. Well, it, did did he mean that? Should he have said it? No. Did he mean it? I don't know. Did that happen? I don't think so. Um, it's hard to pin this on the dad because we know. So the stepmom's already been on trial. She's already been convicted. She was sent to 25 years for this very same thing, very same charges. However, Benji's 8-year-old brother testified against her, talking about how scared he was of her and how he had to go along with everything because he didn't want what she was doing to Benji to happen to him. She was withholding food from him. I believe there was some physical abuse going on with him. She was not nice, but that's her. And if the dad's not paying attention enough, they've got a newborn. There's at least 2 other kids plus Benji in the house with that newborn. He Sorry, I'm not bashing on men. It's just you guys have a lot to worry about and your brains worry about different things. So, you're looking at, you might be thinking about work, or are you going to pay the bill, or whatever. It's just a different mindset. So maybe he didn't see it. I don't know. There is video of Benji self-harming, which is odd. He's punching himself in the face repeatedly in the car. It's a very odd video. It's hard to watch. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me why he would do that. So he's 4, almost 5. To have that young of a child self-harming themselves at that age is just it's a crazy thought to me. It's very sad. I didn't say men are heartless. No, you guys are distracted. You guys just get distracted. I can tell you a story. I was telling Carmen over the weekend. So my I was elementary school. We lived in a very small town, and we didn't live here yet. I still lived in Nebraska. My mom must have been out of town because that would be the only reason my dad was picking me up. So I went to one of the parks after school with my friend, and her and I were playing at the park. And my dad was supposed to pick me up when he got off work. So he he pulls up to the curb on the side of the street at the park. I am literally walking towards the car to get in the car. He looks right at me and he drives away. He never saw me. To this day, he's like, I swear I did not see you standing there. And I laugh at it now. He brings it up all the time. Like, oh, are you talking about when I left you at the park? It's like, no. I mean, at the time I was like, my dad just left me. But he had gotten off work. His mind was elsewhere and he just didn't see me. That's really all that happened. As an adult, it's funny. As a child, it was a little traumatizing. I was like, crap, do I go home? Like, what happens? And he probably got in trouble when I told my mom. That's probably all that. So that's what I meant by you guys can be distracted by other things and not see what's right in front of you. That's all. So, a dare. Oh, you're too sweet. You're singing a song. All right. So I'm going to do this first. Um, yeah, we'll do this. Uh-oh. What, Gabby? Why are you FMLing? I don't know what's wrong. All right. So this is the verdict. We're going to watch that. And then I'm going to play, after we can discuss it after we're finished. They deliberated for, looks like, around 6 hours before delivering the verdict. And so we'll play this, and then you guys can let me know what you think. And then I do have the 911 call from the mom that she made, because it's off to me. It's weird to me. But all right, hopefully I've got this set up to go right. All right, here we go.
Okay. Okay. We are opening, excuse me, the record on 2022 CR 4915A, State of Texas versus Brandon Cervera. Mr. Cervera is in the courtroom along with his attorneys and attorneys for the state. It is my understanding that this jury has reached a verdict, and we are going to collect that verdict now and bring in the jury. Is there anything that needs to be placed on the record prior to doing that?
Nothing from the state.
Nothing from the defense. Okay.
All right. Is the sound okay? Yep. It was blasting me earlier, so I will turn it up. All right. Let me know.
We are ready, sir.
All right, for the jury.
How about now, since they're coming in? I don't want to play the verdict and you guys not hear it. We got the delay going on. But okay. All right. Are we good? You can hear it? All righty. Here we go. I can still turn it up.
You may be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my understanding that you have reached a verdict, and to the foreperson of the jury, is that verdict unanimous?
Yes, it is.
Will you please hand the verdict form to the deputy?
Yes, it is.
I do find that your verdict is in proper form, and I do accept your verdict. Mr. Cervera, if you could please rise. In 2022 CR 4915A, the State of Texas versus Brandon Cervera, verdict form. We, the jury, find the defendant, Brandon Cervera, not guilty of the offense of injury to a child as charged in the indictment, signed by the presiding juror. Mr. Cervera, you may have a seat. Are there any requests from either side?
You just asked for the jury.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go through a process called polling the jury. I am going to assign you a number, starting with the gentleman in the back and moving and ending with the foreperson of the jury. When I get to you and call your number, the question I am going to ask you is this your verdict? Juror number 1, sir, is this your verdict? Juror number 2, ma'am, is this your verdict? Juror number 3, ma'am, is this your verdict? Juror number 4, ma'am, is this your verdict? Juror number 5, sir, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 6, ma'am, is this your verdict? Juror number 7, ma'am, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 8, sir, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 9, ma'am, is this your verdict? Juror number 10, sir, is this your verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror number 11, sir, is this your verdict?
Yes, it is.
And juror number 12, ma'am, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Anything further from either side?
Nothing for the state.
Nothing for defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that this week and a half has giving you some insight on what we do on a daily basis in these courtrooms. These are very important matters that we decide, but they cannot be decided without the help of the community and without your service. On behalf of both parties, I extend my thanks and for your efforts and your energy today and during the course of the week and a half. You are now released from your instructions. You may speak with anyone you wish to about your time and the trial. You do not have to speak to anyone you do not want to. That is completely your decision. But if you wish to speak to anyone about it, you may do so now. I'm going to go ahead and let you go back with the deputy to collect your things. Thank you very much for your time and your service.
All rise for the jury.
Not sure why they made their screen that way, but okay. Also, that's the most emotion we've seen out of him this entire trial. However, I will say this. If he cried, they would say he's faking it. If he doesn't cry, they say he doesn't show any emotion. There's no win there. But this was in Texas, San Antonio, Bexar County, again. So there were people, I was reading the comments in the chat on this news channel station. They were, most of them, he was guilty, he was guilty, he was guilty. How could they do this? But then there were those people that kind of were like me in the fact of the state didn't prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. The defense poked holes in everything they did. One of the last experts on the stand, the doctor, I believe it was the doctor, said that there was a lot of things that were missed because we still don't know. We don't know why he passed away. We don't know what made him pass away. So, and now we won't know what happened. Something happened to make this little boy just pass away, and the defense experts were all saying this was not starvation, that this is not what starvation looks like. This is, in the body. They made a good case. And it is still very, very sad. The little boy is gone. Having said that, the things that I believe it was Friday, a week ago Friday, the last stream that I did, that Gabby was on, and she was reading some stuff from the stepmom's trial that was said. There were some bad things in those from her, not this dad, that were in there. I believe she is probably where she belongs. Because the charge was injury to a child. They were both charged exactly the same. She had more evidence that she injured Benji than the dad did. There just wasn't evidence that he injured him. He did. They did an interview right afterwards, so we'll play that real quick. It's not very long, and then I'll play the 911 call. Well, hang on there, Udaf. I have one for you. Just a second. I have a hottie right for you. Yes, the stepmother was convicted. She got 25 years. Her trial was not, they didn't show it. I don't know why. It was because I would have watched it. I was trying to find it when I saw that it was happening, but I never could. See, I told you. I would have a hottie for you. This is the defense attorney. It's the one whose hair never moved. We'll see if it did today. I'm not sure. Now, I have this turned up, so hopefully it doesn't blast you guys.
Almost 2 weeks of this trial.
Well, it's been a really long trial, but we are very thankful. The jury worked very hard, and we finally got a chance to tell the whole story. There's been a long time that we haven't been able to get the story out, and these jurors saw stuff that none of the state's law enforcement went back. The detective that worked the case did not even go look at. The medical examiner did not go look at. I mean, there's a lot that wasn't looked at, and that's how we wound up here. And the story has finally come out. We'll be able to talk more about it now that there's been a verdict. But we do ask that everyone be thankful and respectful, because these jurors did work very hard, and they came to the decision based off of the law as well as a consideration of all the evidence in the case. And so we are very happy to have had this jury and to have had the opportunity to get the full story out.
What was your initial reaction hearing that verdict?
The initial reaction is one of, now my client finally gets to mourn his son, because he has not had the opportunity to fully mourn his son, because instead of the focus being on Benji, it was on prosecuting. And I believe that there was a lot of missed opportunity that would have allowed for Benji to be honored sooner if we if there had been more diligent work done up front in this case.
Diligent work by whom?
Well, the detective that was assigned to this case spent all of an hour interviewing witnesses, and then never went back and questioned any other witnesses after the day Benji passed. He did not look at video recordings of Benji talking in his own words and explaining how he was self-harming himself. And that is why, you see the pictures of Benji's eyes, but his eyes were at those injuries were because of stuff he was doing to himself. And that was being reported. And it was a missed opportunity because we wound up in a situation in which a parent is being prosecuted for a child who only lost 2 pounds and had gone to the doctor multiple times under the state's direction as well as their oversight. So how we wind up here is a mystery to me, because had anyone looked at this case sooner, I think they would have realized that this was not a case of child abuse, at least in regards to my client. My client is a loving father, and we're just pleased that we finally are at that point to give him the opportunity to fully mourn his son.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much. And this verdict is for you.
I mean, my life has been torn because of this. To be labeled a monster when evidence hasn't came in, and I want justice for my son, and not all I want, I just want to be at peace. I just want to be with my kids. That's all. That's it.
How are you feeling today?
I'm ready to go and be with my kids.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. We appreciate it.
Ah, there we go. He did. But the one, and again, not a medical professional or anything like that, those eyes, those eyes were so, so black. I just, that, that one's difficult because we were talking on here. I think Bri was saying, head injury, raccoon eyes. And I was actually watching something else, and they were talking about when they were doing the investigation, they had raccoon eyes and there was a head injury there. So that I don't get. Maybe the stepmom did something. I have no idea. I don't know everything that they brought out in court with her, again, because it was not shown. There was just little snippets of it here and there on the news. But her 911 call the day that Benji passed away is it's just a little off to me. However, I know people react differently in stressful times. So I understand that. Some people are very, very calm, but generally, even if you're calm, you can hear that you can hear something in their voice, right? Like I remember one time I was taking Carmen and Brandon to school, and this kid ran across the road in front of vehicles. He got hit, didn't injure himself. He didn't like he literally bounced off the front of a minivan. But it was right in front of us. So I called 911. I was calm, but I guarantee even my voice you could hear like some concern or stress or whatever word you want to put in there. I wasn't just like, yeah, I just saw this kid get hit by a van. I mean, she just seems that way. I did not watch that trial, Flash fan, because I was going to. Uh, but that treadmill video was rough. It was rough. So I don't know the ins and outs of that trial. I did not watch it. I did not want to see that treadmill video. He did get smoked. And that poor van did not look good either. It was a bigger kid. He really dented it. That one was mixed too, as he didn't get convicted of the most serious charges. But he kind of went crazy like on his sentencing, right? Didn't that Christopher Greger start yelling and screaming? The I don't know. I can't speak because I didn't watch it. So here's the 911 call that the defense played, not the state, the day that Benji ended up passing away. Yeah, I've seen just little bits of that because it was on my YouTube page and it kind of just started playing. Fortunately, the sound, I have everything muted on there, but yikes. That treadmill video is bad. And I didn't like it. So, all right. So this is the mom. This is the stepmom. I apologize. Calling 911 the day Benji passed away. And you guys just let me know. Maybe I'm off. Let me know what you think. Also, let me know if the sound's okay.
791, this is Garcia, speaking police, fire, or EMS. Hello. Yeah, can I speak? I'm on the road right now. I'm driving as fast as I can, taking my son Victor Cervera to Santa Rosa. I have to take a nap because I'm so tired. I have a baby and he's coming up all night and hello?
Do you need to speak to EMS?
Yes.
Stand on line.
Okay.
San Antonio Fire EMS, what's the address?
Hello, can you hear me?
What's your address?
Oh yes, I'm on the road right now. I'm right here on Mulberry. I'm going towards Santa Rosa.
You're driving right now?
Yeah. I'm driving as fast as I can because I have my son Bishop with me.
Okay.
And I'm like, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I'm on the road right now.
Ma'am,
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but if you're driving,
Okay.
EMS to come to you, you have to stop.
Okay, well, I don't know what's wrong with him. He's not responding yet. I took a nap and before I took a nap, I put them to take a nap.
How old is he?
He's 5 years old.
Okay, and
And
you You need to pull over right now. You need to tell me where you're at.
Okay. I'm out here on Valero by, Josephine.
Josephine and what?
I don't know, I guess Broadway, Broadway. I just pulled over at the gas station at Valero.
So you're at Broadway and Josephine?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like,
Is he breathing?
I feel hard. I feel hard.
Okay. Okay. And he's not waking up?
No, he's not responding. He's looking over this, but he's not responding. But he has this habit where he throws tantrums and, I don't know if he woke up when I was sleeping. I'm just so tired because I stayed up
Okay,
all
I'm not
night.
worried about, I just need to get information out of him. I'm not worried about why, anything like that. Okay. So, he is breathing, but not
Yes.
responding.
No,
Has he ever had a seizure before?
no,
Okay, does he have a fever? Has he been sick?
no.
And you're at the Valero?
Yes, right here on Broadway and the
Okay,
Josephine.
what are you in?
I'm in a gray, Chevy Malibu.
Okay, can you please put your hazards on?
Yes, they are on.
Okay. And so is he laying down?
I have him in the front seat. I didn't know him in the bathroom.
Okay, make sure he's on his side, okay? Keep an eye on him. We want to monitor his breathing, okay? If we want to leave him on his side, that way if he throws up, he's not going to choke on anything, okay? They'll be there shortly. If anything changes before we get there, you need to call us back. Stop breathing or anything like that, you need to call us back. But I have crews on the way right now, okay?
So I had stopped, before I got in the car, I stopped, this girl had stopped to help me, and I think she had called for me.
Oh, okay, well, if you left, we can't chase somebody down. You have to, you know, and so what was your address?
It was right here on Broadway and Josephine. I said the better on the.
No, where were you?
My apartment at, 3031 Eisenhower Road.
3031 Eisenhower Road?
Yes.
Okay, then we actually have somebody responding. Is that the Verano at the Heights Department?
Yes.
All right, was your husband calling maybe by chance?
I don't know.
Okay, all right, well, we're headed crews headed to your location at Broadway and Josephine, okay?
Okay, can someone hurry up?
So I'm gonna play for you, Defendant's Exhibit 50.
I don't remember what this is. We'll just listen. And that's the detective on the stand that the defense attorney was blaming for only spending an hour interviewing witnesses for the entire time. At least I believe. He is the detective.
This is Garcia, do you need police?
Can I get you an email?
You meant to stay on the line.
Yes.
San Antonio Fire and EMS, what's the address of your emergency?
Josephine and Broadway, I just called.
Okay, what's going on?
Yes, my son, he's 5 years old, and, I just called that he was, she told me to call back, and he wasn't breathing. I don't see him breathing anymore.
You don't see him breathing at all?
No.
Okay, is his chest rising?
No. I feel like, I don't know if I feel his heartbeat. I don't know, like, if it's, like, real low. I don't know.
Okay. All right, do you know how to do CPR?
No, I don't.
Okay, is he on the floor?
He's on the seat. I don't want to put him on the floor because it's hot.
Well, what, are you in a car?
Yes, I'm in the car.
Okay, you
I really can't lay the these back because I have my baby and she's in the car seat. And it can only go back so far away because it's so far back.
you need it. What kind of vehicle are you in?
I'm in a gray Chevy Malibu. Hey. Yeah, I don't know.
You say
I don't know.
Right here at the corner of East Josephine and Broadway?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of car are you in? Very Chevy?
Chevy Malibu, yes.
And the Valero?
Yes.
Okay, so there's no way you can lay him flat?
No, I don't know, I don't want to lay him on the ground, it's hot, so I don't.
Well, if he's not breathing at all, you need to get him on the ground, do CPR.
Okay, I can lay him on the ground, I don't want him to get, I don't want. Okay,
She said this car's
I'm laying him on the ground right now.
Okay, get him on the ground and do CPR. You can get the side of
Okay.
him and put your hands in the middle of his chest and
Okay.
place your fingers and you can push hard 100 times a minute, okay?
Hey, good. Okay.
Okay, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how fast you wanna go. Do you wanna keep?
On his chest?
Yes, on her chest, center of her
Like
chest.
on the top of the chest?
Correct.
Okay.
Right, keep in between the two nipples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
3, 4,
Keep
5,
doing that.
6. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, you wanna go down about 2 inches and let it go back up.
Okay.
Okay, keep
1,
doing it.
2, 3, 4,
What kind of
5,
medical
6.
conditions does she have?
Huh?
Does she have any medical issues?
No, he's on medical issues. He's just been having a tantrum for over a couple months now, he threw a tantrum last night, and I went up rest, and I was just tired, and I lay down on the bed, and I put him to sleep in the room with me,
Okay.
and
Are you still doing CPR?
yes,
Okay, good. Keep doing it, okay?
and I took an out, and I had to go up, and he was on
Okay. Keep doing CPR, okay? You're doing the best thing you can for him, okay? Looks like we have, is there an ambulance there?
Can I call you? Okay.
Is there an ambulance there, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Are they doing CPR for you?
I think they got in the ambulance.
Okay, all right. Here she go.
Yeah, I'm looking for quick.
The state's like, Your Honor, may we approach? Because this makes us not look so great. So she did have some concern in her voice. I will give her that as I listen to it again. The thing I think that threw me was the very first thing she said is, I have a baby and I'm so tired. Like, why would you think that be your first thing? Usually I can call if this is a lie or not, but I don't know. I don't either. It's I can't call it either, Flash fan. It's too, I don't know. She did towards the end. She acted, yes. So the other thing that the defense brought up was she keeps talking about this nap that they all laid down and took. So I believe she had Benji in her bed and another child and then the baby. So she said that she went to sleep after they went to sleep. And when she woke up, and obviously Benji was in distress, that he had was foaming at the mouth, and he had urinated on the bed, and I think he just basically gone to the bathroom on the bed. So there was a lot of conversation about seizures. Seizures? I never say that word right. The debate was, if he had one, how many times had these experts or doctors seen it be fatal the first one that you have? And they were like, it's not normal, it's not common, but they weren't saying, they never gave a number, but they weren't saying it couldn't happen. And that could possibly be what happened. And maybe they missed it, because the medical examiner, the Bexar County medical examiner that we saw on the stand, the ponytail gray haired lady, she listed his death as undetermined. She only changed it after she had a conversation with detectives. Then she changed it. But she did not initially list his um, death as being caused by starvation, or she didn't list it as being caused by anything. So even she did not see anything that then she wanted to come in and see. So I don't know. There was a lot of people that just didn't do anything, and it could have been, maybe it was just he had a seizure. I don't know. They tried to go down this type 1 diabetes thing, the defense did. The experts countered that with typically you would find it, and if it wasn't found and it wasn't treated, that would be fatal within a week and a half. And he did not pass away that quickly. So his blood sugar at the time when I think an EMS did a stick on his finger was 300 or was 2, I don't remember. It was close to 300. And then even after months later, when they retested the sample, it was still like 47. And they said that that was high for them, but they really just, they were deciding there's other things that could make that happen. They were not interested really in the diabetes thing. Really, the pediatrician who works in the emergency room, he just said, you know, sometimes you just, things happen. Like, you just don't know. You just don't know. But he did think that things were missed and that a lot of people missed a lot of things. So with the evidence that was presented and the way that it was presented, and I know that we didn't get to watch it all, I don't think I would have convicted this guy either. Even though I know we were all like going, like, we all wanted him convicted. Because the pictures we were seeing. And I do, if you guys want, I have a couple minutes of videos of Benji that I can show if you want me to. There's some of them getting food. I don't like to watch them. I didn't watch this full 2 minutes. I don't know if the one of him hitting himself in the face is in there because it's just hard to watch. But I'll show them to you. You're scared of diabetes? Yeah. Yep. Flash fan, the older I get, it doesn't run in my family. It does run in my husband's family. And his grandmother, she ended up, like, she lost both her legs, and his dad ended up passing away early because of it. Passed away at 60. It's fine, Flashman. I'll put up a warning content. Don't you worry, Carmen. I figured you were long gone. Let me just get to where this is a news thing, so it's mostly going to show. Okay, doesn't show him hitting himself in the face. So we're all good. Yes, we did find her leg sticking out from under the bed after her funeral. You don't bury people with those things, which I didn't know if you did or you didn't. We were in her house, and my husband's cousin calls for everybody to come back to their grandma's room, and we go back there, and her legs, he took her legs and stuck them out from underneath the bed. That's my husband's family, not mine. But she would have laughed because that's just the kind of woman that she was. She would have got a huge kick out of that. And yeah. All right. All right. So this is the news thing. It's just a couple minutes long. Again, let me know how the sound is.
Live from KSAT 12, the 6 o'clock news starts right now.
More than a dozen videos and cell phone surveillance videos of a little boy crying and asking for bread, water, or milk. That's what a jury saw today in the trial of Brandon Cervera, who's accused of starving his 4-year-old son to death in 2021.
Erica Hernandez has been in the courtroom covering this case. She shows us what the jury saw. But before we go to that, just a warning, the video is hard to watch and the details are difficult to listen to. Dad. Heartbreaking video of 4-year-old Benjamin Cervera just days before he died from what was ruled as starvation. His father, Brandon Cervera, on trial now and charged with his death. The state today showing videos from cell phones and surveillance footage from inside Benjamin's bedroom and the kitchen of the apartment he lived in with his father, stepmother, and siblings. In early June 2021, several videos showed Benjamin in the kitchen in the middle of the night eating fruit, cookies, Jell-O, and a fruit cup, and also grabbing some milk. On several occasions, Benjamin would go into the kitchen to try to find something to eat and drink. Eventually, it would get harder for him to do so as more locks were put on cabinets and the refrigerator. SAPD Detective Lawrence Sides told the jury a cell phone video was obtained from his stepmother's phone and surveillance from cameras kept by Cervera. In total, more than 30 videos shown to the jury, the state trying to prove to the jury that Benjamin was in fact not given food. Also, text messages read to the jury between Brandon and his ex-wife, and Brandon in August of 2021 in one exchange told her to just give him bread and, quote, he don't need to eat dinner. As those videos were being played, you can see members of the jury either shaking their head or even looking away. As for Cervera, no reaction or emotion. Now, he is facing up to life in prison if he is found guilty. Testimony will resume tomorrow morning. At the
I mostly agree with you. The stepmother has more evidence against her for abuse than the dad. The dad didn't have any I don't there wasn't he was not accused of physical abuse. I do believe that she had physical abuse evidence against her. She was, I think, with the kids more and home while the dad was probably, I assume, working. Um, so I think that's the defense attorney, when she was talking and she was like saying, there's finally justice, she kind of stopped and said that they got it right for the dad. She didn't want to say they got it right across the board, because then she would be admitting that the stepmom's verdict she thought was wrong. She kind of corrected herself there. But I'm with you. I don't know. And I've wondered if the stepmom will even try to do anything. But again, the evidence for her is worse. I believe. Allegedly. I don't know. I'm protecting myself. Please tell me your dad was not really gasping for air when she called you. Because you're saying you kind of never talked to her again after that. I don't blame you. I hope it wasn't a bad joke. Flash fan. That would be horrible. He was really okay. Well, yikes. Was he okay? I'm scared to ask. Oh. Yikes. I'm sorry to hear that. Yikes. That sucks. But why did she do that to you? That's not very nice. So I don't know. This is what I had. I just, like I said, was going to do just a very, very short stream. Um, Again, a lot of people don't agree with the verdict that was found in this trial. I don't, again, with, wow, Flash fan. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that you didn't get the chance to talk to him before it wasn't like that. Okay, well, that could have happened long before he was in that shape, if that's what you wanted to happen. Yikes. I don't like that for you at all. Um, but anyway, it's I don't know. Everybody wanted him guilty. I think just because it's a child. Nobody wants to see anything bad happen to a child. And certainly nobody wants to see a child pass away. So you want somebody to pay for it, especially if it's in a way that it was presented to us that it was. But I also would prefer people get a fair trial and a just verdict on the evidence that was presented. And the evidence that was presented, the defense did their job, and I don't think the state did. I think they both struggled asking questions. And Flash fan, good luck. You're going to want to pull your hair out and that's all. Oh, good morning, Baker. Baker Raiders. Hello from the Netherlands. Nice. How are you, Matilda? Good morning, Moni G. How are you? There's all. Thank you, Baker. I haven't been here in a while. Was not here all last week. But hello, Raiders. How you doing? I don't know how many of you are here from Baker that watched his. There he is, Baker. I was laughing so hard Saturday when you were going over the Garth Brooks stuff. That made my day. Thank you. That was amazing. Absolutely 100%. If you have not watched it, you have got to go watch him or listen, watch, whatever. Watch. You have to watch. Baker, you made me blush a couple times during that because I, I was like, I never wanted to see you do things like that. Oh my. It was the best thing all week. All week. Oh, Garth Brooks, I don't know that he did anything, Flash fan, but all I can tell you is there's so much to what he may or may not have done. You really just have to. Baker did the best thing. Uh, Amazing. It was amazing. It was I I could not stop laughing. And again, thanks for I don't think I've blushed in a very long time, Baker. Um, because but you did. You made me blush because it's like Flashman, he is accused of doing, as Baker would say, schmexual, is that how you say it? Things with, his makeup artist? Yeah, I think maybe they had an affair and then now she wants money. That's what I think, but I'm just telling you, ah, it was just it was amazing. Hello, Zach. I will treasure our memories together too. Missed you so much. And thank you for never holding me up by my ankles. Either Garth did nothing or he's extremely talented and strong. Yes. It's no, 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 no. Not similar to Diddy. Nope, 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 nope. No, no, no. Nope. Nothing like that. Oh, they didn't even do jury selection today? Huh. We were talking about that. It's too cold for Zach to read. Uh, no, Gabby. Yes, a dare. I don't have a doll. I don't have the Baker has a what you call it, a bender? Yeah. Serpent got pushed back to 2029. It would not surprise me. Sure, Zach. So apparently Garth Brooks held this woman up by her ankle. I'm not doing it. Dang it. He held her up by her ankles and was chat named him Bender. Baker, I am trying to figure out a way to say this without making any motions like you did. Oh yeah, we know about shrinkage. We know about shrinkage. You know. We know about the cold, what it does. Yes. Yeah. Oh, are you talking about in Baker's Discord? I saw some of those. I was like, that still doesn't look like it works. Oh, Carmen, Carmen. No. But there, I was blushing watching Baker do it, and I was home alone. Like, he couldn't even see me watching him do it, but I was like, Zach, you have to defend yourself on that one. I am not a wimp. You're my daughter, and trust me, you don't want to see that. But yes, so there was lots of interesting stuff. Apparently, uh, when Garth Brooks finishes, he finishes with gallons. Gallons. Is this Friday? I feel like this is Friday. But yeah, this gallons of milk everywhere. Probably just like that. That's how you tell the ER you have a broken wee wee, Zach. So you just say it like that. Yep, see, Carmen? A dare. You stand around at the Y like around naked like Captain Morgan. I do not know how many units is a gallon. Oh, sorry, Carmen's drinking milk right now. I bet you're not anymore. Well, Flash man. I don't control anything. I'm just here for the ride. I think that's what that assistant said to Garth Brooks. Holy cow. Yes, I cannot tell you. I cannot recommend enough to please join Go watch Baker because he has Bender and okay, hang on, Gabby. You might have. Uh, oh, let's see. 1 second. What'd you say? The 103.54. Hang on, I'm getting there. That's what she said. Ah, couldn't help it. If you came here for seriousness today, sorry. We already did that. Give me 1 sec. Let me pull this over here. I don't know how much I'm gonna have to boost Mr. Baker, so you guys will have to let me know. All right, with permission from Broken Baker, I'm going to share what he shared.
No, I did not come here to explain anything to you. I just came here to keep you on track.
Jamie, in any of your books, have you heard about the pendulum?
Yeah.
How does it work? Which
It works well. Yeah.
Which end? Both ends? Explain it, Jamie. It don't make no sense.
I like the way you explain it.
Yeah, because I can't explain it. SJ Howard is wondering how many people out there is trying that position now. Yeah, how many is saying, yeah, I bet my husband. Yeah, he's a big strapping fella. It could be fun. This would probably be the most sexual gratifying position to be in.
I feel like that's a lot of work for a little payout.
I'm saying again, it would be easier to believe if it was come in here, pull her on the bed, pull her skirt aside, and 2 minutes later, gracias.
Gracias.
This could work for small. Yeah. If any of you guys come into the bedroom tonight and you're hearing, I have friends in low places. You know, the lady is wanting a little bit of the pendulum.
Pendulum.
It was him who was over 300. She was under 100.
Pounds, they're talking.
I'm exaggerating. 30 seconds later. How many ER visits starts with, well, you see, I read this lawsuit against Garth Brooks, and but her upper body would have to be on the floor. No, because she was dangling by her ankles. Again, And again, a 300-pound man pushing a woman down that weighs less than 100 pounds. I buy that. But as a young strapping lad myself who liked to lift heavy stuff, I couldn't hold 100 pounds above my head while jerking forward and backward in a violent motion. I just don't have the shoulder strength for that. Any man over the age of, I have to be careful now, 26 knows our shoulders turn into glass. We can't do this. It whew. Yeah, and how would you get? It's been a long time since I've been in a relationship, but kind of seem to remember that the holes aren't easily accessible from if you have them upside down.
No.
That's
No, it's not.
I can promise you, if he's 300 pounds, his pew is not very big. No, that's another problem. He can't be that tall and only weigh 100 pounds in my permission. No, I think did she say any height?
Yeah, how big is this lady?
Miss Rowe, that is less than 5 feet and 100 pounds.
Okay.
And we were coming to the shampoo bottle that would double as a female pleasuring device. Well, he has dementia, so he probably couldn't do it either. Well, that's what I'm doing, Kickboxer's mom. I'm trying to educate the young folks how to do it.
This sounds so made up.
Yeah, at 59, I have to be careful with the groceries, let alone 100 pounds. That's I do farmer's walk with 88 pound dumbbells on either side, and I can walk like not that far, just forward and back. I couldn't have those. I couldn't keep 50-pound dumbbells stretched over my head while violently thrusting.
I can't take this.
This is an educational video. Jimmy, I'm just trying to show
I
you.
didn't want to come on because I knew I was just going to laugh the whole time at you. This is supposed to be serious.
It is very serious.
But my God.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
let's get back to business. I have thought a lot about the conversation of last Monday. I can't work in an environment where explicit sexual comments are made about shampoo bottles doubling as female pleasuring devices. I mean you no harm, and if you truly value my work, I am happy to show up tomorrow and or when you may need my services. How many texts did she send? I really don't like you groping my testicles. But the shampoo female pleasure is too much. During the phone conversation on 2020, after she told Brooks that she was upset, he told his wife that Miss Rowe had seen his penile. Brooks tried to minimize what happened and said, "Oh, sweetheart, for one, I think I know Tricia pretty well, and she wasn't uncomfortable. And I said, you saw my stuff. That was it. We were talking about something, and it just came up. Look, I'm worried you are overthinking this." Again, if I'm getting a little on the side, I'll always tell my wife, just to make sure that I keep it hidden. After the sexual assault in Los Angeles, Brooks told Ms. Rowe about a mysterious text message he received in which a person claimed that Brooks had ruined his life. In a phone conversation about this text, Brooks said he had no ideas who had texted him the message and suggested that he thought it was Ms. Rowe's husband who had sent the text and tried to get her to reveal her husband's phone number. Any email, text message, and content on telephone conversations placed within quotations herein are direct quote from the documents and audio recordings. Oh my. Brooks
No.
told Ms. Rowe, I never want to hurt anybody, so that one, the mysterious text, it bothered me. It bothered me. I didn't know the number. So let's go back and see. So they have him, and I said you saw my stuff. They have that on video. And they have this one where she talked about the shampoo bottle on tape. That's good. Still referring to the supposed text message, Brooks also said, and that killed me. It broke my heart like God. I never want to hurt anybody. So I was scared to death. Brooks then started to talk about the fact that Miss Rowe had not worked for Brooks for several months. So he had one of his employees call her to see what was happening. And then, when they call you for work and you couldn't do it for 2 months, I thought, oh crap. That's what I thought. Oh crap. So I was trying to seek you out to come talk or whatever I needed to do. But just, I don't want to hurt anybody, man. And I just felt bad. Of course, Brooks knew that the sexual assault and rape that he had subjected Miss Rowe to in Los Angeles was bad. What? He doesn't mention that. He's referring to that text.
That's what. Okay.
And I just felt bad because she couldn't work for him. But again, still referring to the supposed text message. And then it's because he knew it was bad that he sexually assaulted her. And further, she had told him about the severe back and neck pain she was experiencing. Oh, we didn't hear about that before. Concerned about the repercussions if she denied him the ability to sexually force himself on her again, Miss Rose said on a call to Brooks in 2020, I want to make sure that even though I told you no, that you're cool with no. I mean no as in no fooling around like we had done. You're cool with that, right? But everything is on recording that's in quotation marks. So this doesn't look good for Garrett Brooks because he must have replied. She was fearful that despite what he had said, that Brooks was angry and upset with her. Miss Rose said, when I saw you with another music artist, you were pretty upset with me. Incredibly, Brooks replies as follows. No, I would never be upset with you. Look at it in this way, okay? Look at it. The best way I can explain it. Me and you broke into a jewelry store, and the second we broke the door, we looked at each other and said, this isn't right. But we already had broken the door down, and so I think me and you get out and run and just hope that nobody ever finds out. Just love one another and be friends. Is that fair? What?
Also, that was my expression. What? Baker, I don't know if you're still in here or not, but if you want me to stop playing this, I will, because I don't want to. This is your thing, and it was hilarious. But if you're okay with me keep playing it, I will play some more of it. So I'm gonna play some more of it till you answer me. Yes, it's a very weird text there because it doesn't make any sense. Like Jamie's
Okay.
face says it all right there.
Brooks told her in 2020, I work with the best and I don't want to do something stupid that breaks this team up. So I'll do whatever I need to do or do whatever I don't need to do. But I just want to keep working with you. But if you feel weird working with me, it's fine. We don't have to work together.
I think that's exactly what it is. I think they maybe had an affair and now she wants some moolah.
Yeah, maybe there was some fooling around. Maybe there was yeah, I don't maybe there was some funding, maybe there was some illicit thing going on in LA that they weren't supposed to do, but hey, both of us are married, both of us are away. Let's do it. Still,
Okay.
why pick a 40, 50-year-old woman you work with, who works with your wife, who knows your wife? But again, Arnold banged the maid. And but there's I don't read any. If they have all of this as they supposed to have on text, none of this is kind of creepy to me. It's just yeah, we fucked up.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like he's just trying to be like backtrack a little bit. Maybe they like kissed, maybe they went a little farther, and
Maybe she came on to him and he said, "Oh, what the hell?" And now she wanted more, and he wouldn't give it to her.
yeah, I mean, it could be that. Yeah,
He said, "We did something wrong, but we'll run away from it." As in, stop. Yeah, maybe. As you said, we kicked in the door. Maybe he grabbed her ass or grabbed one of her testicles, or she tried to kiss him, or something like that, or maybe some of them did something and they realized, no, this goes no further. That's what I read in the stealing the jewelry store thing.
yeah.
They knew it was wrong, so we didn't do it.
Mhm.
I don't know.
And that's how I read it. And then like,
Yeah.
hope nobody finds out. Let's just not talk about it. Basically, like,
Yeah. It didn't happen. Let's get away. In response, Ms. Rose said, "I never found myself in a situation that is, I just don't know that I'm going to be able to look up from. And I'm a little frightened of you. I really am." Brooks said, "Sweet baby, I'm so sorry. I can't imagine that. That makes me frightened of you." What? In this phone conversation, Ms. Rowe explains that it would be difficult to work with Brooks again, to which Brooks said, "I'm asking you to work together forever, and you have a place here as long as you want it. I'm lucky to have you. I don't want this to go anywhere, and I don't want something to happen in the moment to screw the whole 20 years I've known you." Again,
I
this
mean,
is
it really.
supposedly a year after the Las Vegas incident, and all of a sudden he starts talking about it. In addition to phone calls, there are multiple text exchanges between Brooks and Miss Rowe, but while Miss Rowe was in a studio with Brooks to style his hair in 2020, Brooks, Jamie, can you do that word?
What? Where are you at? Serendipit? Is it
No.
surreptitiously?
Surreptitiously took her phone and deleted most of the text messages that he had sent to her containing explicit sexual content. Oh, that's too bad. Oh.
Of course, right?
Oh, bummer. I think he caught him. He caught her. I think she caught him coming out of the shower and was embarrassed. It sounds more like something like that, or he thought it was the wife, and he came in and said, "Hey, honey," and oh my God, it's you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Sounds more like something like that.
That's kind
But
of what it sounds like to me too.
Surreptitiously. Thank you, Island.
Yeah, surreptitiously.
No, they can't. Nope. Can't retrieve deleted text. We know that from Canton, Ohio, Massachusetts.
Well,
Eventually,
it's selective. Remember that.
Eventually, Miss Rowe was unable to continue working for Brooks, and she sought legal counsel about what had happened. Yeah, she didn't do it while she was working for it. In addition, in or about May 2021, Miss Rowe moved to Mississippi. When Miss Rowe counsel contacted Brooks and disclosed the fact that Miss Rowe was prepared to file a complaint in Califas to hold him accountable for his sexual assault, and even shared a copy of the drafted Californian complaint with Brooks, he used the fact that Miss Rowe had dared to speak about the harm he forced on her as an opportunity to inflict even more harm and pain on Miss Rowe. Specifically, while pretending to be in discussion with Miss Rowe to resolve her legal claims against him, on September 13, 2024, Brooks filed a preemptive abusive complaint against Miss Rowe under the Declaratory Judgment Act in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Mississippi, North Division, entitled John Doe v. Jane Roe. That's the one we just read. Incredibly, in the abusive Mississippi action, Brooks labeled himself the victim and claimed that Miss Rowe was a lying extortionist who intended on destroying his professional reputation. Brooks alleged that she threatened to file her complaint in California only because Brooks first refused to give her a raise and pay for health insurance. The abusive Mississippi action by Brooks is a blatant attempt to further control and bully his sexual assault victim by utilizing his multimillionaire resources to game the legal system. As part of the lawsuits he filed against Ms. Rowe in desperation, Brooks simultaneously filed a motion to proceed under the pseudonym John Doe. The basis for this, as described by Brooks, was because he has a well-earned reputation as a decent and caring person, and therefore, if the sexual assault allegations are disclosed, he says it would create unavoidable damage to his family. Brooks is desperate to prevent his millions of fans from learning about the horrific things he has said and done to a junior female employee who did nothing to deserve such treatment. But our legal system is not in place to allow wealthy wrongdoers the ability to run workarounds on sexual assault victims who attempt to hold perpetrators accountable. Yet this is precisely what Brooks is trying to do in the abusive Mississippi action. But your legal system have a criminal system that is supposed to get even the wealthiest of the wealthy on grape. I actually think I don't know how it is in the US, but in Denmark, grape cases go through the system faster than most other things because it's such an intrusion on people.
Are you serious, Terry? They offered that for Boone? She's an idiot. Yes, just take the... Yes. Oh my gosh. What an idiot. Because she's going to get life if she's convicted. I would think. 15 years. That's insane. Oh my gosh. I assume she's talking about Flashman. Flashman. I assume she's talking about Sarah Boone. Sorry. My mind just went blank. What an idiot. What an idiot. Some people, you just can't help them.
People's body. So, but you chose not to go to the criminal system. You chose to go to the civil system. That's funny how that legal system that shouldn't be a workaround for multimillionaires now is good enough to get you your paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why did she go back for 5 years? Garth is our new angel. Gross. I'll have Garth on a Saturday if he wants to come. He's more than welcome. Call me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that don't make sense.
I saw that, Zach, that
Like,
was...
you worked for this person for 5 years after all of this happened?
Yeah,
But
she
I
could
didn't
have
know
just
that was
have left
coming.
and nope,
Hilarious.
I'll stay here for 5 years.
And 5 years is a
No,
long time. Like
yeah, and again,
a couple of
you're
months, okay, whatever. You're trying to figure it out.
yeah,
Jesus, Peter.
but you're doing the dangling on his dangly bits, and then you just
Mhm.
do the makeup right after. That's uh, it's hard to imagine exactly how that works.
hmm And I mean, the reason she could be doing it too is
I'm
maybe
just gonna go
she
by those.
wanted. You're fine. Wanted some type of relationship, and he said no. I mean, it happens all the time, unfortunately, where people are vindictive. So
Jamie was cracking me up this whole time. I was like, I
I
don't want to
just
talk about
feel
this.
like you have to see all the evidence as a whole and not just somebody's side of it, because we have been fooled before. That's for sure. There's a lot of stuff out there. Yeah, and I mean, she could have got another job. This wasn't like her end all be all. And then she had nothing going for her. I mean, makeup artists, hairstylists are, I mean, you're free to go work anywhere. And if you've worked for a celebrity, I mean,
I don't know if there's any
yeah.
more demonstrations coming up.
Oh, I'm
I don't
thinking
remember.
I'm getting a cold or something. I'm sneezing and my nose is running. If the statute of limitation, there's no criminal charges. They removed the statute of limitation on grape in California, I believe, after Weinstein.
Yeah, I think they did because a lot of people came out of the woodwork.
Yeah. A good makeup and hair artist are very cherished. Yeah, I know that, what's his name? Nerdrotic's wife did a lot of hair and makeup on people till the coup came and was quite famous. Well, not famous, but did a lot of famous people's hair. As set forth below, Ms. Rowe commences this action pursuant to California's Sexual Abuse and Cover-up Accountability Act, AB 2777, because her claims are based on conduct that occurred on or after January 1st, 2009, and commenced after January 1, 2019, seeing California Code Civil Procedures 340.16. Ms. Rowe seeks all appropriate relief to redress Brooks' egregious and unlawful actions in violation of common law, torts for assault and battery, and in violation of California state statutes for sexual battery. California Civil Code 1708-5, the Bain Act, Civil Code 52.1, the Ralph Act, Civil Code 51.7, and Gender Violence.
Gabby, did he ask you out on that date after he heard us talking about holding people up by their ankles and the pendulum? Just wondering.
California Civil Code 52.4, for those of you who want to read up on them. Plaintiff Jane Rowe is an adult citizen and resident in the state of Mississippi. Defendant Garth Brooks is an adult citizen and resident of the state of Tennessee. The court has jurisdiction over this action pursuant to California Code of Civil Procedures 410.10. Jane Rowe seeks damages under the statutory and common law of the state of California. Probably one of the best states to get that in. Venue is proper for this court pursuant to California Code of Procedure 395 because acts and transitions described herein occurred within this county. Facts common to all causes of action. Background, Garrett Brooks. And then it's just his blah, 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 his CV, charities, foundations, Habitat for Humanity. Jamie works for Habitat of Humanity. Brooks' wife, Ms. Yearwood, has publicly said about Brooks' volunteer work with Habitat of Humanity the following: with God, Generous is the word that comes to mind. He really takes joy in helping others. I think Habitat fits him perfectly because it gives him a chance to do all the things that he's just so good at naturally. So this is just filler for when he talked about building stuff, helping children, building houses. In 2024, Brooks performed on Mother's Day at the Vatican as part of the World Meeting on Human Fraternity, organized under the theme of Be Human in an atrium of St. Peter's Basilica. In a connection with his performance at President Biden's 2021 inauguration, Brooks said it was about reaching across and loving one another. So, as these allegations demonstrate, there's nothing loving, safe, or charitable about what Brooks subjected Miss Rowe. What the F? He's a really stand-up guy, but he swings ladies by the ankles. Miss Rowe is a professional makeup artist and hairstylist who has
I needed
worked in the
Barbie.
music industry for more than 30 years. Her work garnered her a loyal list of clients, many of whom are household names, but she still couldn't make it work. Through her hard work, skills, and dedication, Miss Rowe has performed the hairstyling and makeup for celebrities, appearing in countless publications such as Rolling Stones, Vanity Fair, InStyle, Esquire, and Nash Magazine. Additionally, she has received numerous credits in advertising campaigns involving top celebrities and brands, and for her work in television commercials and film. Throughout her career, Ms. Rowe has collaborated with many of the top professional photographers in the world. Unfortunately, in late 2018, the pressure on Ms. Rowe to provide financial support for her family increased, and she needed to take on as much work as she could handle. Ms. Rowe shared her financial challenges with Mr. Brooks and his wife. Brooks breathes on Ms. Rowe's hardship. As part of her work for Brooks, Ms. Rowe traveled to stadiums for concerts, such as to Notre Dame as part of his tour in October 2018, and to studios for filming for commercials and interviews, such as in December 2018 to New York City for the CBS Morning Show.
I mean, how much hair does he have that she's got to like be in tow for? He wears a hat all the time, doesn't he?
I don't think he has much hair at all under that hat.
Jamie, what are you doing on this awesome Saturday? I've been kissing fishies. When I catch them, can I use your cricket for bait?
No.
I don't like Laura anymore.
Oh, Laura.
I don't know. Laura, when she put that chat up and then he just read it, like, I don't like Laura. I was laughing. Not that I don't believe he doesn't like Laura. I do not know, Gabby, what you need to do to get prepared to do the pendulum. That is out of my wheelhouse. I can't even imagine. I know, not this bedtime story, but yes, he was reading the Sarah Boone letters this morning, and I was trying to get ready to stream, and I wanted to put in chat, would you please like just read bedtime stories? You know, not this bed, not like this. I don't know what you're asking, Zach. Who? All right, so Sarah Boone rejected a plea deal for 15 years. So Flash Fan says Sarah rejected the plea long time ago before she was forced to go. Pro se state said this morning it was still on the table, but she said no. She's an idiot. Oh. Oh, you know, you and your crickets. Jamie's cricket. It was funny. Sarah is stupid. Zach is funny. the world is still working. All right. I don't think I can play another hour of this. Plus, I don't think Baker just wanted me to play his whole video. I think he just wanted, I mean, I don't care. If you guys want to watch it, I will. I just don't want him to get mad at me and be like, you stole my stuff. So you guys let me know. Oh, that's the sad part, Flash Fan. That's the idiot. You could hear it in the letters that Baker was reading this morning that she wrote. Like, when I get out of here, how much longer are you going to keep me here? Forever. Forever. Did you really, Zach? Good job. Congratulations. If you haven't, Gabster, can you put Zach's channel link up in the chat, please? Because if you haven't checked out Zach, check out Zach's channel. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to because I can't sit here any longer. Not because I don't love hanging out with all of you, but my daughter just told me what to do. just in case y'all missed it. I'm here, Adair. I am here. So, counting down the days until Monday, a week from today, then I will be out of pain and I'm good. Then I'll be really, really good. And I'll be back. Normal. The normal for me. Good grief. My manager, aka my daughter, is telling me to do a quick recap of what I have going on. It certainly does. It certainly does. So I will be, because of my daughter, I went horseback riding with my daughter last fall. I ended up apparently bulging a disc out of my lower back. So I have been in a lot of pain for the past year, and I am having surgery on that Monday. I can't wait because it's a reverse surgery. You go in feeling like crap, you come out feeling excellent, and then I'll be done. And so the next couple weeks will be kind of hit and miss around for me. My daughter does not suck, but she does have permission to do a stream if she wants. So you may see a stream from Miss, we just call her Spawn. She may do a stream at some point in time. I don't know. Her and Gabby have my permission to also do a stream together if they want. You have been warned. And then once I get back out of that, recovery is not bad at all. Thank you, Zach. This will actually be my second surgery. I had one on the disc right above it that I shattered somehow. I don't know. But that, he took that out, or 60, I think he took 40% of that one out. And I've been fine until I went horseback riding. So I am looking forward to this surgery. And then we'll get back to regularly scheduled something. I don't know what it'll be, but we'll figure it out. And yes, Carmen definitely does not suck. But they may be, they may be filling in. Not a fusion. The discectomy. I would not. I was when he didn't say those words, I thanked him for not saying those words. He knew exactly what I meant when I said he did not say the two words I was scared of. Because I have read horrible things about fusion. I don't want that. And there's other things that they can do now that I would prefer. but I'm not there. So thank you, Udaf. I'm just ready to be out of pain. Yeah, good. Zach, you need to control your gay frog daughter down there. That's it. Yep, that's yeah. Because fusion is just it's so permanent and scary, and I hope yours. I hope you're all okay overall because I have read just so much about it that I was like, yeah, I might just stay in pain. Oh, well, I can't tell you to get on to Carmen when you told her to begin with. I missed it. So, uh, which case in Kentucky? And if it's on, Kentucky's as bad as Indiana about showing cases, trials. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I just was worried about it is. I'm glad you're good. And that is a blessing in disguise. Oh, the judge and the sheriff. If they show it, uh yeah. If there's yes. I do have a question for you guys while I have you all here. Did I know Udahef did because we've kind of talked about it, but how many of you guys watched or know about the Matthew Moore trial? It was a year ago. I'm not because I covered it like when I very first started my channel. Um, I did that trial, and anyway, Matthew Moore actually had commented on some of my coverage on some of my videos of it, and I am going to have him on just trying to figure out timing and everything because there's been just kind of a crazy trial schedule plus then the surgery thing came up for me. So I'm trying to decide if I replay the sorry, my stomach's growling. If I replay the trial first so everybody can see it, get their questions, and then have him on so then we know everybody knows what we're talking about and what we're looking at. Um, it's not spoiler alert, I guess he was found not guilty. But he was accused of unaliving his wife, who he said had self-deleted. And the yes, the defense attorney is super hot, but she is really good. Like she her cross-examination is so good and it was just so cool to watch her work and prove that he was not guilty. Um so I'm thinking I'm kind of leaning that way too to have that we need to rewatch the trial and then have him on afterwards so that everybody knows. It's Matthew Moore. It was in Ohio. Um, let's see. I'm coming up on a year. So October 25th will be the 1 year anniversary of my channels. And I think that was like the second one I did, but it had already happened. It wasn't that old though when it happened. Um, so I didn't do it live. But he, like I said, he was it's is that his book? Yeah, he wrote a book about it. And he it's one of those trials I think if you watch it, you will just understand the tunnel vision that the detective got in the whole process of just it was him, period. That's the end of the story. And um the evidence it's one of those things where they're trying to make evidence where there's not evidence. like he smoked a cigarette in his house after she disappeared. So the neighbor knew that she was gone because they weren't allowed to smoke in the house. I mean, it was like ridiculous stuff like that. Yes, and that's my other thing. Flash fan is sorry, my stomach is really growling, so I'm gonna go here in a minute. But that's my other thing is people that don't know it. I don't want to bring him on and then have people that aren't familiar with it. So um, we'll do that. We'll figure that out. Yes, and he and Gabby they communicate about his art. So um, yeah, it's like I think she's trying to help him get a website up soon and get his art out there so it can be sold, because I can tell you, I believe he was 49 and retired. And by the end of the trial, he was broke because he had to pay for his defense. He was paying for his life, and he left Ohio. Like, it destroyed him financially. I'm sure just as well being overall to be accused of that. Um, I've shared some of my questions with him that I had during the trial of, I just don't think the police, and they dropped the ball big time. I'm not convinced that she self-deleted, but I don't think he did it. So there's other people. There's one other person not accusing of anything. And then there is the police there's just too many questions. Just too many questions. Yeah, I don't think you can get over it, lovely Beth. I just don't think you can. Yeah, isn't it a wow? That's your old stomping grounds. Gabby, was it Westchester? Westchester, Ohio, maybe? I'd have to double check on the town. I I doubt Karen Reed would want to talk to me. Maybe. Oh, you're not helping him with the website. Sorry. You've seen some of his artwork, though. It was funny because I knew Gabby and him had been in contact, and then I saw that he had commented on some of my stuff, and I was like, "Did you put him up to that?" She said, "I don't know what you're talking about." He just happened to see it, and um, yeah. So Gabby, go get her, bring her on, like, set her down, put a camera in front of her, and then tell her she can go home when we're done with our questions. I saw a short video of the doctor who was accused of overdosing his patients, and his whole family is destroyed. That was in Ohio too. Westerville. Yes. Thank you, guys. I knew it was something. So the same defense attorney, I believe in that one, is the same defense attorney in Matthew Moore. And I think was that the one Jose Baez was on as well? I haven't watched that one yet. I've seen clips of it, but I'm like, those two to coming together, Jose Baez and Diane Menashe. I can't ever remember her name. That's the force. That is a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, who'd have? She probably does want to remain silent. I would. Marcellus Williams, I have not. Yes. I mean, those two coming together use like a tornado and a hurricane. Like, you better watch out. They do not play around. They bring everything they've got, and they're going to fight for you. But it costs a lot of money to have them. Good. So, yeah, it's but yeah, so we'll plan on doing that. I need to get in touch with him. I need to get through this next 2 weeks and then um get in touch with him again. I and see what his schedule is going to be like. Uh a lot of corruption. A lot of corruption out of Missouri, wrongfully convicted, excited last week. Oh. No, I know the word you mean. You mean he's not with us anymore, Flash fan? Did they go through with it? His unaliving conviction. Death DP. I hate saying that because it's I guess I have a dirty mind. His government delete. There you go. You're fine. Was he the one that they were trying to get a stay on his government delete, as Carmen says, but they didn't. I didn't think they got one. Missouri, we've done 2 exoneration hearings from Missouri for men that were convicted 30 plus years ago. Both of them have been released and set free. They had to change actually Missouri's law to even allow them to bring it into some of the courts in Missouri because the law was written so weird. Unless you were on the government delete row, you couldn't even try to appeal these life sentences or whatever it was. So they had to change the law. Also, they are trying to change the law because of these men that did lose 30 plus years of their lives. They cannot sue the state. They can sue the city, I believe. So, and one was trying to sue some of the officers, but most of the officers passed away. So both of them were like teenagers when they went in and, spent the best years of their lives behind bars for crimes they did not commit. Okay. Let's see. So there's Matthew Moore's link to his artwork. I didn't realize that they tried and it didn't work, Flash fan. I've been really just kind of out of the loop, to be honest with you. I've been doing nothing except trying to be comfortable. Wait, Carmen, you're saying those were his last words, but Flash fan's saying it didn't work. It can't be both. All right, let me see if I don't believe Baker has any more demonstrations, which were the best. But I should. Oh, wait, here's one. The stay didn't work. I got it. Here, he's going to, let's end on a happy note, shall we? I'll play him demonstrating one more time so Gabby knows how she needs to stretch for her date later on with her husband. And then I'm going to exit out of here. So here we go.
Yeah, she could get a job at Supercuts.
Yeah, but if she has a long client list of
Yeah, she works with all the big
household
names, all the
names,
photographers.
cutting one off is not going to kill you.
No.
Yeah.
I still saw him holding up Bendel.
Yeah, I'm not going to share it, Iris.
What?
Iris just sent me some pictures of. Yeah, but I'm still not going to put her website out there because I don't know for sure. I'm not going to spread it.
Yeah.
Her reputation precedes her. Otherwise, she would be in demand by other artists. Yeah. Can we get Fort Brooks back? Nope. Also, the tendency for humans to sin. Ardent longing, lust. Oh, I have that. Brooks grabbed her hands and pulled her into the other room and onto the bed. Miss Rowe, less than 5 feet and about 100 pounds, was no physical match for Brooks, who is 6 feet, weighs almost 300 pounds, and regularly lifts weights. Brooks' rape of Miss Rowe was painful and traumatic, having no regard for her well-being and intent on his own sexual gratification at the expense of Miss Rowe's physical, mental, and emotional trauma. At some point during the nightmare, Brooks even held her small body upside down by her feet and penetrated her. She was helpless to move from his grip and terrified at what was happening to her. While he held her upside down, dangling by her ankles, all the blood rushed to her head, causing her to be dizzy and sick. Brooks said perverted things to Miss Rowe about his sexual prowess. Brooks also repeatedly slammed his peni into her JJ, causing Miss Rowe's back to hit his body over and over and over and over with such force she felt as if he was breaking her in
She was
two.
backwards? Wait.
That's the part I can't figure out because
He was holding her butt to him, like butt to him?
he was holding her by the ankles.
Okay.
Penetrating
Dangling
her
her in the air.
Yeah. While penetrating her vajayjay so hard that her.
How would you get in there from that position?
That's why I'm saying that's for all those young active people to tell me.
No,
I'm too vanilla for that.
I can't imagine. How would you? That would be so. There would be no consistency.
No, and as I said again, he would have had to stand like this.
But he would have to be. I'm not gonna start.
You can't do it. It's
no, because you can't like. How do you get in there? And then how do you stay in there?
You know John Dillermand, the Danish kid thing, the penile guy.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Maybe it's like that. I'm just thinking.
Okay.
You need at least a good 20, 25 inches to do it that way. And it has to be very flexible.
Wouldn't it have to like curve? Like, but
Hey,
that's
Sharon.
it's still, you know.
You could not
why
get in the
didn't
V.
she
It would
like
hurt
she
his
could have
feet.
kicked her legs and instantly been let go. I mean, that's heavy to have to hold up for a long period of time.
That's what I'm saying. I can do farmer's walk with maybe 200 pounds, but that's down by my sides where they're just hanging and I just move. I couldn't keep 2 50-pound dumbbells strict up in the air, especially with the weight distribution of that one. Do you know how hard it is to keep your arms up like this? Strongmen, when they stand out here to lock it out, they don't even go up here. It's so stupid.
Mm-hmm. And I guarantee if he had him all the way up, she was going to be up a lot higher. So then,
Yeah, because again, she's less than 5 feet and he's 6 feet. How much
yeah,
is that's like a head difference,
he would be
right?
at her. Yeah, because like, think about it. He'd probably
So
be at her like, yeah.
so if he should
And then he doesn't have flat washboard abs, I'm sure. So
no, he's
then,
300 pounds. He's
yeah,
60,
okay.
60, 58 at the time.
Then you have to
Uh,
take into account that your belly's going to be in the way for all that.
yeah,
That
everyone
just
knows
seems
how I
like
like it. Apparently, I
that
like the
is such a
pendulum.
crazy story.
But I can't in any physical way see how you can do that, especially when going into the vajayjay and then her back hitting him.
Well, yeah,
Because if you go in front pocket, wouldn't you slam into?
but even if, regardless if you're back or front, I mean, if you're back, obviously it's going to be it's a lot more difficult because it's up farther. But even the same way, like you still have to be like, you have to be like down.
Yeah, again, I have to have another bender and try to turn it around and see if the math things.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bad back. Brooks insisted that Miss Rowe wear her eyeglasses.
Just FYI, that is not what I did to my back. And that's all I'm saying about that. That's the last. All right. I don't want to take all of Baker's stream. But everybody from Baker's chat, thank you for coming in and sticking around. You guys are always a great time. You guys are always so nice and friendly, and I appreciate it so much. So, yeah, thank you. I'm just surprised nobody asked, Gabby. So I just was putting it out there that I did not hurt my back that way. So, yeah, okay, good for Dad. Alrighty. Somebody, either me, Carmen, and Gabby, all three of us, who knows? Somebody will see you later this week. Don't know what day. Don't know I'd been way back in my younger days, Zach. So maybe so. Can't tell my secrets. But you guys are great. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for just sticking around and your support. I appreciate it. Are you for reals doing that, Zach? I keep trying to leave. Don't tell me to leave like you did last time. But if you guys are, that would be really funny and awesome. And she would enjoy it to no end. Carmen, go to bed. She's on it. She's not on it. Something. Okay. See you guys. I will see you before Monday for sure. And I will definitely have somebody to give an update. If it's a quick one, when everything's done and over with, and that we know that I'm good, I'm okay, nothing went wrong, all that good stuff, because that's my only fear right at this moment is something could go wrong. But nothing's going to go wrong and everything's going to go right. And then we will get back to normal, whatever that is. So if you're in the hurricane zone, please stay safe. Everybody else, stay safe, make good choices, do all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys all later.